Good morning, guys. Bit of a nothing night overnight in terms of information, other than we had the British inflation coming in at 9.4, which is pretty hot, not far from where the market was expecting it to be, and Canadian inflation off a little weaker than expectations, putting their inflation at 4.6. Which is hot in normal circumstances, but certainly nothing like what the UK and the US have got. So all eyes are now focused on the BOJ monetary statement and the bigger one, the ECB, tomorrow night our time, or tomorrow morning if you're in Europe. And yeah, the US dollar did bounce. Bounced nicely off the 50 fib retracement from this move here, from this low to this high. It's bounced off the 50 fib, giving the majors what looks like a turning point. Turned a lot further than turned a lot earlier than that I was expecting or looking for. But that might be it. I'm not going to jump on buying the US dollar just yet. I'd like to see another day of it. We've had 4 or 5 days of negative, and just to get one day of positive doesn't mean that the selling has all finished. Although, if we do get another positive day, then that's a bit of a confirmation, and then I'd be looking to jump on the bandwagon as it runs through to FOMC this time next week, and the 50 fib would be enough of a support level to support that trade. But when we look at the majors, the Aussie hasn't really turned off a turning point. A horizontal level, which we'd like to look at as an oversupply of sellers here. I don't really see that, and same as the euro. So it's more of a technical US dollar one. But why was there buying in the US dollar when we've got stocks making minor gains across the board? Well, not across the board, but in the US, stocks made minor gains. Australia flat. The German DAX off a little bit. Nikkei made some gains. The FTSE came off after that inflation numbers in the UK. China off. Euro stocks off, and VIX was getting weaker as the US stocks were getting stronger. So the picture of buying US dollar doesn't really support, it's not really supported from a safe haven perspective, and it's not supported from a bond perspective. When we go and look at the US bonds, they've pretty much flicked down, flicked up, closed unchanged on the day. So again, not really supportive of the US dollar buying. So commodities as well didn't really show much of a reason to be buying that safe haven or buying US dollars. The energy sector, I guess gas is the only one that sort of stands out, but everything else finished the day pretty much unchanged, and copper also unchanged. We come across to the soft commodities, and again, the picture is not hugely supportive of why you should be looking for the safe haven of US dollars, or why you should be buying US dollars. So there's no real picture for it. So I'd tread cautiously. I wouldn't jump on the dollar bid's back just yet. I would want to see a little bit more information, and it'd probably be around the time of the ECB and Christine Lagarde's press conference, which is later tonight, 10:45 in the evening here in Australia. Because things could get a bit crazy around that, and particularly with what's happening in Italy. And if they do raise rates, that's going to hurt Germany, but it's going to hurt Italy even more. So that fallout might be, excuse me, contributing to the US dollar. This dollar index, remember, is I think it's around 58%. 58% of the dollar index is euro, as a basket of currencies, right? So if selling in the euro increases, then that's going to push the dollar index higher. But that's the only reason why the dollar index would be moving higher as funds come out of Europe and into US. So that's something to keep an eye on later this evening. Otherwise, I would treat this dollar bid cautiously, and certainly wouldn't be jumping on selling the Aussie dollar right now, because I don't see the bid in the US dollar being driven by anything other than selling in the euro. And I think that's about it for today, guys. Tread cautiously. This is usually around 2 p.m. Australian time, 2 or 3 p.m. and then the Euro session. So all the best with it.